Right.
We're live,
Red
guys.
color.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Prim and Proper Sports. I am your host, Sonia. Today is Friday, January 23rd, 2026, and tonight's show is dedicated to my grandmother, Bertie Lee Arnold English, a pillar in our family, a matriarch, and she also raised me. You guys probably realize by now I was raised by grandmothers. So tonight's show is dedicated to her, definitely living so I can see her again, and I love you, Grandma. Thanks, guys. All right, everybody. So here we are. Thanks so much, B, Jay, and Fern. We are here, and this is Friday with the Fellas. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing fine.
Excellent.
Some people are sleepy. Other people
I am. I'm just gonna say excellent though.
Fern, how you doing?
We're Maximus on this show.
Fern is frozen. So I guess he's needs to thaw out a little bit, still
talking
dealing
about
with
me
that,
bringing him up.
the Giants news. All right, so while we wait on Fern, we were supposed to have Cyrus Jones with us tonight from Alabama. As you guys probably know, unfortunately, Cyrus is under the weather, so we look forward to having him another time on. And Fern, thank you for rejoining us. How are you doing tonight?
Can't hear?
He can't hear. You
Oh,
can
I
hear
got
us
you.
now? How are you doing tonight, Fern?
Yep.
How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Can you hear Sonia?
I can't hear Sonya, but I can definitely hear you, B.
Can you hear me too?
Can you guys hear
And
me?
I don't know if J Train.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, J Train, can you hear me?
I can hear you for sure.
I
Can
can't
you
hear
hear me?
J Train either.
What the hell?
This is why we log on 5 minutes before, but I guess sometimes when we're
I can
live,
only hear you, B.
things just happen. All right, so B, I guess you'll just have to give him the information. All right, guys. So Friday with the Fellas, guys. Here we are. Tonight we're going to actually be talking a little bit about some of everything. Let's go ahead and start off, though, however, with the worst of the news actually for today. Unfortunately, NFL community is mourning the loss of Kevin Johnson. He's a former defensive lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Oakland Raiders. 55 years old, found deceased outside of a homeless encampment today, stabbed multiple times outside of the Willowbrook area of Los Angeles. According to the LA County Medical Examiner and via NFL.com, his death was officially ruled a homicide on today. The cause of death was blunt force trauma and stab wounds. He was a fourth-round pick. If you guys remember him, Kevin was a fourth-round pick in 1993 and played for the Eagles from 95 through 96 and for the Raiders in 1997. Before an Arena League career that he actually started on as well. Friends noted that he had been struggling with health and homelessness in recent years, with many of them suspecting, of course, the long-awaited word of long-term effects of CTE. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Aside from it being very tragic that someone that was so well-known and respected in the league suffered financially to the point of being homeless, and just all other manners of suffering that actually ended up tragically with him losing his life.
Overall, this is a sad situation that for anybody, especially like this time of year, you're thinking Christmas just passed and Thanksgiving passed, and this is somebody that was on the streets. I read that he was just, had some hard times, mostly due to health issues, severe health issues, and he ends up homeless. It'd be interested to, first of all, rest in peace to this gentleman and to his family. And to his family, condolences go out to them. But I would say it'd be interesting to find out if CTE did have some effect on him or whatnot, because you're just not, sure what could be the issue. Can you hear me?
Fern, don't use the AirPods.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now, Tanya.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, great. All right.
Can you hear me too? Can you hear me?
I don't know if I can hear J Train B say something.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, B.
Sometimes that stuff gets cleared up with a visit to the doctor firm called a waxing or whatever. I had it done when I was in like middle school. It does work wonders. I'm just kidding. Fern, I'm so glad to have you with us. How are you, brother?
I am doing good. How are you guys?
We're doing well. J Train, all he was doing was trying to steal the show. Typical Giants fan. That's all he was. Now that you're with us, Jay, please go ahead with your analysis. We were talking about Kevin Johnson and his tragic passing today, Fern.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, Jay was trying to tell us. Jay, go ahead with your analysis, and then we'll get to you, Fern. Thank you.
Okay.
So again, this is unfortunate for someone to pass that young. He's 55. Can the rest of you hear me?
Yep.
B, can you hear me? Okay, so he was 55 years old, and I believe.
I can't hear J-Train, guys. I'm sorry.
I believe.
I can't hear.
Fern, we're gonna have to let you come back on because we can all hear.
Yeah, I can't hear J-Train. I can hear you and B.
I don't know. Just hang with us, Fern. Go ahead, J-Train.
I believe, like I said, he was 55 years old. He played football for about 7 years approximately with several different teams, including the Eagles. And I think his best years came with the Eagles. It's just unfortunate to see someone have to deal with this type of situation and their life ends in a situation where it's just you're not surrounded by family. You're not surrounded by friends. You're not in the comfort of your own home and just, having an easy passing to wherever you're going to in your next destination and, out of this life. It's just an unfortunate thing. And I like I said, I'd be interested to see if CTE had something to do with this, and my man was homeless. It's just devastating. I don't like to hear these types of things, but unfortunately it's a part of life, especially this is probably when we speak about football, this is probably the ugly side of sports that we don't really talk about and the different things that, that come about with, the success of having a career in the NFL or NBA or baseball. There's some even like wrestling, the dark side of wrestling. These are things that no one talks about until something like this happened, until something bad happens to someone's family. Again, this is just bad all around, and it's unfortunate. And rest in peace, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, while we're waiting for Fern to come back on, Fern, what are your thoughts on this? Definitely agree to that, J-Train. B, we'll go to you while we wait on Fern.
You can't hear Sonia either?
No.
What the heck is going on here?
I don't know.
Restart your phone and come back on, Fern, and try not to use your AirPods. Sometimes it's that. We'll see you in a second, though, brother.
Yeah, you got an iPhone?
Yeah.
Sonia said restart your phone and then come back on. And don't use your AirPods. Don't use your AirPods.
Okay.
All right, thanks. We'll see you in a minute. Thanks, Fern. All right, B. So go ahead. Like J-Train was saying, this is a side we don't ever look at for sports. We're always here and, the rah-rah of it all and what have you. And, as fans, we don't think about what these players are going through. We really don't. We see them. We look at everything that they have, to bring to us as far as excitement and entertainment. And I hate to say, it's just like we really don't even care, honestly, once, the players have left the field. We may talk about them and lament them for, a year or two, but once we see they get into the Hall of Fame or something like that, that's all we really look to. We don't look at much else. So what are your thoughts on that? All right, Fern, you could go ahead now. Thank you.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on the Kevin Johnson passing?
Oh, that was terrible. Life is so short, man. It's you gotta take it as it comes. Can't take a lot of things too serious. Especially when it comes to sports as a whole. We're all on a journey to be as successful as we can in life, and sports is a little bit more of a different how can I say position that you're in, more competitive, more direct competition. I think that we have to appreciate every day that we have, and I mean some of these pro athletes, they're in positions that a lot of people would beg to be in, right? So he lived a good life, and I just it's just so unfortunate whenever you hear anything like that. It's just unfortunate. It's hard to hear because we always want to remember the good of athletes or anybody, and opposed to the negative. So I pray for his family.
Yeah, absolutely. B.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing more that you can say that these two gentlemen haven't said already. I mean, it's a sad day in passing for him, and especially in the condition that he passed. We never want to see anybody that's had a successful career go out down and out. You know what I'm saying? But this is the ugly truth about sports, and people just don't see this all the time. There's not an ESPN 30/30 for this kind of stuff. But we do have to be aware of it. If anybody out there, family or anything like that of Kevin Johnson, I mean, help him out, help him, get to a safe place of burial, you know what I'm saying? And just do what you can for him. And anybody out there that wants to contribute to him, I'm sure they got something set up for him. I'm not sure yet. I haven't even gone out there to look for any GoFundMe pages yet, but see if you can help him out if you can, so he gets a proper send off.
Yeah, absolutely. Sad. I'll just add my part to it. 55 is extremely young, especially the closer you get to that age. I lost my father at 55, and I can only imagine what his loved ones are feeling right now. But like Fern said, life is short. You could be 55 or 95. No one's ready to say goodbye. It's one of those things. The most sad part for me is the manner in which he left this world. The fact that you were drafted in the second round and just so decorated in the league, like people knew you and respected you, and you were removed from the spotlight and literally removed from the memories of a lot of people, apparently, for you to be in a homeless encampment, y'all, all the way in LA when he played for the Raiders. You mean to tell me Oakland? They were Oakland at that time when he played for them. No one recognized him. No one reached out to help him, seeing him in the streets, and I know all of us live in cities that have a huge homeless issue. We drive past homeless people every day, that we leave our houses, and you do become desensitized to it. So maybe people just didn't, look him in his face to realize who he was. And I just think we as a society have become so self-centered in so many ways that we don't look out for other people. We don't look out for our neighbors. We don't love thy neighbor, the greatest commandment of all. We don't. We literally just, it's me, 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 and let me get where I need to go. And, that's the end of it. And I just think maybe an ounce of compassion really does go a long way. To know that he was homeless is almost as tragic as him being unalived, because of that. This should have never happened. Like you guys were speaking about the 30 for 30, a lot of people don't realize when these guys play in the league, they have to pay taxes to every city they play in. So if they're in LA, they're paying LA's taxes and the county and the state of California every time these teams travel, and they're also paying their own home tax to where the team is housed. So it's very easy, if you're not managing your money and you're not having other money coming in through other deals secondary to your NFL check, to just go down the same path. CTE is becoming more and more prominent, more and more in the forefront of a lot of NFL affiliations of inflicted persons. We saw it first with Aaron Hernandez. We're seeing it now in so many other situations. And it's so weird, that can only be confirmed once a person is no longer with us. So this story is probably going to be unfolding, because now that this has occurred, I'm sure someone out there is still connected with him. After all, the family did make a statement and say they thought it was CTE affiliated. And I'm just like, if you feel like it was CTE affiliated, he didn't unalive himself. He was homeless. He needed help. And so you were aware of this as the family. And, even though we express condolences, everyone wants to give flowers when you're gone. Give me my flowers while I'm here, and love me and help me. Flowers is not just the plant from the ground. It's just admiring that person, caring about that person enough to care for them when you see that they're going through. So unfortunately, that's a sad situation. And we actually send our thoughts and prayers to his family and loved ones, especially those who were actually trying to seek help for him and trying to help him. All right, guys.
Just before you go further there, Sonia, this is a problem that happens to all cities in America, the homeless population. And this brings light to that situation too. Because there's people out there that have family that are in the street that either they don't know about, or they do know about, and they're not helping them. But bring light to one young lady who passed away that was homeless here in Detroit. Her name is Monique Cook. She was a 53-year-old woman who lived in East Point, Michigan, not too far from Detroit. She was found dead behind a dumpster because she was homeless, and they refused to put the bus that came was late to take her to a homeless shelter, and they refused her entry into the homeless shelter. So she found shelter behind a garbage can. But unfortunately here at this time of the year, it got deathly cold, and she froze to death because of that. So we got to do better with our homeless people. That's what we definitely got to do.
I just literally have no words. It just makes my heart hurt because it just used to be a day and time that women and children were kind of the exception to stuff. It's bad when anyone would go through that, but to know that's someone's daughter or mother or sister or friend, and to be out there in those type of elements. I personally know someone that was related to someone who was in Chicago and was actually shot, and it snowed and they were in the streets of Chicago like that. And thank God the person survived, but they lost all their hands. They lost both their hands and their feet because of it. And to be honest, the person passed away. That happened about 30 years ago, but the person passed away still fairly young. She was like 50 something. And it was always thought that she never totally healed from that, because you got to think the body goes through such a hypothermia and damage, organs and stuff have been shut down that cannot regenerate. Cells are always regenerating. Even while we're talking now, we're constantly regenerating on the inside. And if you have a break in that, something dies off, like cut flowers. When you don't have them anymore, they're pretty for a couple of weeks as long as you water them and everything, but they're already dead, and they're going to continue to just shrivel up because there's no source of life there. And so it's the same thing that happens with that. And that is just so very sad. This time of year is extremely cold. By the way, y'all, we kind of talk about everything on here. So we're trying not to be somber, but we need y'all to be aware, because most of the country right now, especially in the Southeast, is about to be affected by a major winter storm. So the stuff that's already in Detroit is going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be in the Carolinas, all the way up the East Coast. I'm already under the weather, so excuse me right now. It's just been warm one day, cold the next day. So just take shelter. They're expecting power outages, and that's why we want you guys to be aware, because you have to have a plan to stay warm. It's going to be 17 degrees in Atlanta morning after next, and there's no way, even in your home, you can stay comfortably warm at 17 degrees outside if your power is out. So just take advantage of whatever you have. I ordered some some USB charged blankets today. So if push comes to shove, I could go out in my car and warm them up, God willing, me and the pup. And just, check on people that that live alone. That's always been said, especially older people. Just check on them, text them, make sure they're good to go. And what's up, Robbie? Thanks for always supporting the show. All right, guys, let me move. I'll be crying here in a second.
Just another thing too. It's -2 here in Detroit with a wind chill of 15. -15
now.
It's -2 right now, and it's not going to get better tomorrow. So make sure if you got pets.
Bro.
That's another thing too. Hey, just service now. You got pets, keep them in the house.
It's -3 out there. Minus Sonya, minus A-Train, minus me. We ain't there.
I love it. Yes. Pink Fanfare, thank you, girl. Listen, for the reels and all that. Yes. I was in Chicago one time. It was -25. I could not believe it. I got out to take a picture of Barack Obama's house, and the person I was riding with, they just circled the block because you can't just park there. And before the ride came back around, I could barely hold my phone up, like within seconds. My hands were frigid. And I was like, how do people live here? But yeah, it's pretty cold on the whole eastern seaboard. So from New York all the way down to Georgia at a minimum, it's cold. And I think Florida's going to get some chill, but not the ice. But you never know. Last year, New Orleans got snow. Destin got snow. Panama City got snow. It was just Hawaii was getting snow. It's weird, but it happens. So, all right, guys. Now that we've done our public service announcement and identified with everybody here, let's talk about the big news here. The NFC matchup. You guys will see I'm wearing my NFC South champion shirt today. Yes. I've been waiting on this show to wear it. Y'all can giggle all you want. None of y'all are divisional champs, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Let's move forward. The kickoff game, of course, the big NFC game.
No, we're all sitting on a couch too. So.
Rams and the San Francisco 49ers are not there. Thanks to the Seattle Seahawks, who are going to be there. And y'all, this is the caveat of that. So the winner of that game, you guys know that the Super Bowl is being held in Santa Clara this year. The winner of the 49ers' biggest nemesis in their division, the Rams and the Seahawks, are actually going to play their Super Bowl in the 49ers stadium while the 49ers are at home. Sam Darnold
on the couch.
On the couch. He had a massive career resurgence this season. Sam Darnold did. He's going to face off against Matt Stafford, of course, per ESPN. This is a match that's stated for the NFC West rivals, basically to go back toe-to-toe. They split their regular season, y'all. They already split it, so it's anybody's game at this point. Seattle does have the home field advantage by being at Lumen Field, but the thing to watch is basically their defense. Seattle's defense is ranked number 1. Y'all know defense wins championships. And they're also number 1 in scoring, allowing 17.2 points per game. What are you guys' thoughts on this game? Who does it come down to? And your overall just general knowledge and conversation about that. Fern, you can go first.
The Rams. I don't think anybody can beat the Rams. I think they're creative. They play like they have nothing to lose. And as you know, Sonya, they beat you down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a lead all game long. They just stay in the game and they hang around till they can't hang around no more. You can't get Matt Stafford time. You can't give him a second chance. You can't give him a third chance because they'll pick you apart. You feel like you've done everything you possibly can, and they're right there.
Yeah.
So it's hard to beat teams like that. Teams that just won't die. They just keep chipping. We call it in my rec league. We call it chopping wood. No matter the weather, no matter splinter, no matter if you're just keep chopping wood.
That's funny you say that.
If you keep chopping wood, you eventually build a house. So the Rams are so innovative. I mean, they're relentless. They're resilient. So I I don't even want to break down. I don't want to even put it on the whiteboard, X's and O's. It doesn't matter. They're gonna beat you. That's just what it is. And I pray for anybody that lines up on the other side of them.
I will say
Can I go
this.
next? Let me go next.
J Train, let me just say this thing, and then I'm gonna let you go. Fern, it's funny you said chopping wood. That's actually a phrase we use in school, like law school, about how to build your case. You chop wood one chip at a time. Yep. And let's be clear, even though you don't give Matt Stafford the ball, Vegas thought we were gonna be beat by 10 points. It was a 3-point win. The same score that we beat them by in the first matchup, 34-31. So it's anybody's. Go ahead, James. Thank you for your patience.
That is the sound of it's a New York sound, but it ain't the New York Giants I'm talking about. It's more like the Harlem Globetrotters. That's right. With all this goofiness. He's like
same for a clown car. It could be the same noise.
You chopping wood, all right. He's sitting there building this clown car in big top tent. With that take, oh my goodness, you really
he was just trying to throw a shot at me. You know that's what it was. Y'all know.
Oh man. The key to this game is not Matthew Stafford. The key to this game is Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold just not turning the ball over. If he does not turn the ball over, this team is complete. They got a running game. They got a passing game. They got kickoff return. I mean, just look at that game with the 49ers. You knew the game was over instantly with that 95-yard kickoff return with Rashid Shaheed. That game was over already. And it was 24-6 at halftime. Went up to 41-6. They scored 6 points, bro. Come on, A-Train, man. You really, I think they got the spread as, and I'm surprised at some of the pundits. They got the Rams winning as well, some of them. I just don't see that. I think
not the 49ers.
The Rams are not a lot of teams. I mean, the Rams, they showed me some things in Carolina, I mean, that it was a really nice game for them. Yeah. They showed that they can get beat down, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So
who walked out of the fire, J Train?
They still got third degree burns though.
They got scored.
They still got third degree burns.
Shack and Abednego. They got out there with some smoke on them.
Don't matter. They got the W.
Yeah, but them lungs are soaked in what do you call that when you get the burn in your lungs? What is that?
And then went to Chicago and got the W
to the hospital.
And they were lucky.
Listen,
they were lucky.
If you call that luck,
what I'm going to tell you, Chicago is not Seattle, and you can't disagree with that. There's no way you can disagree with that.
For the South.
Seattle is the best team in the league right now, and the Rams. Look, they're going to come with it. They got a great coach. They got a great quarterback, and I believe he's going to get maybe a couple of sympathy votes for that MVP. And is well deserved, mind you. I'm just saying, I think Matthew Stafford deserves the MVP this year. But with that said, he's had a couple of games where you look, I say, you can see what you can do to him with the interceptions that he's thrown as well. And they were in the latter part of the season. So I just think Seattle, man, I mean, again, offense, that defense is to me, their defense was next to Houston's. But they just have an offense to complement them. They have an offense to complement them. And they have a special teams to complement them. It's just hard. You're gonna find some way to find a hole and crack in the Rams team. And they have them, A-Train. They have them. It's gonna be, if they beat them, it'll be the equivalent of the Giants beating the 07 Patriots.
No.
It'll be that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you kidding me? No.
It'll be that equivalent.
Watching the same teams, J Train. I'm gonna let B go. Then I'll state my case.
Well, just before I go,
just keep whistling your song.
Well, just before I go, I'm gonna do the service announcement for Sonia and Pearson
Jones. Yep. Have your phone
there you go. Red. All right, let's go.
Masterpiece, the vision is clearer, nearer. My God, to thee, learn I'm searching for feelings of solitude, emotions that's pleasant, treasure. What do you deem important versus essential? We put our heart and soul in every line behind instrumentals. Coincidental? I think not. God's plan from the very beginning. Create the type of music that make people think twice before sinning, pleading. Holy Father, please forgive our trespasses, confusing things we want for things we need in life, our must-haves. Selfish, inconsiderate, narcissistic people. Christ died for all the world, so there is power in Jesus. Issues happen, disagreements, dissensions, distortions. This fallen flesh, we still forget sometimes that God is our portion. Forcing, others won't cut it, nor manipulation. One thing that's very destructive is self-righteous behavior. Satan, he's crafty, throwing darts like Bailey's.
All right. Thank you so much, B, for that. Shout out to Pearson. That's Pearson and Chuck on the track. It's like that. And thank you, everybody, on behalf of Pearson for all of your support, donations. She is still in the scholarship push until the end of February. Of course, all money she keeps are hers. And if she wins for the highest amount raised, she will be matched by Delta Sigma Theta as she is a Jabberwock contestant. So thank you so much and good luck to you, Pearson. All right. So B, you were about to make your comment about this game.
Okay. Seattle, as far as a lot of the betting books go, they're favored by 2.5 in this game. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't count out any team Stafford is on. Stafford has got the most comebacks he's close to the top right now because of the fact that Peyton Manning and Tom Brady no longer play. So he's catching up to them, but he's got a lot of those comebacks. The only thing that I think that's going to be a problem for the Rams, this is a team that is going on a road for 3 games on the road. That is rough. They went to the East Coast, then they went to the Midwest. Now they're coming all the way back to the West. So it's good. That's tough on players during a playoff push. Now, you know, we've seen the Giants do that with the aforementioned when they beat the Patriots in that year. So it can be done. And Stafford is the guy to do that. Y'all are really getting on Sam Darnold about the whole he needs to manage the game, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. I've seen Stafford over the years. He's on my team for 12 years. You put some pressure on that guy, he will make mistakes. And Carolina did that to him the first time they played. And he can do that. Yeah. So, hey, it can happen. If it can happen to Darnold, it can happen to Stafford. I've seen Stafford. You can sit there and yawn all you want, dog. I'm the one that's had to watch him for 12 years, so I know his tendencies. But he's also the guy that can bring you back from a lot of stuff, too. I mean, he could be the same guy against the Ravens when they went to the Super Bowl that year, where he threw 2 pick sixes against the Rams, 2 pick sixes against the Rams, and came back and won the game. So there you could have that Stafford, too. So, I mean, Stafford is just as much as responsible for this game as Sam Darnold is. I'm just saying, but I got Seattle. Seattle's defense is just, dude, what they did to San Francisco, they just dismantled San Francisco.
They did.
And
they made sure they didn't have a chance, literally. From the first time they got a hold to them, they made sure they wouldn't come back for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They were limping into the playoffs because of that.
I enjoyed that
finale in the season. The way they ended the season, I mean, we saw Brock Purdy's hand bleeding and everything. And then, of course, Kittle goes down. Like, they literally maimed them to the point, like, hey, like almost like a mosquito. Like, you swat at it and it doesn't go away, then you just finally crush it. Like, okay, it's not coming back. That's literally how they did them. I think, in my opinion, this game is going to come down to who's the better ball manager. And I don't mean that like from a time perspective. I mean from protecting the ball perspective. We've seen a lot of sloppy ball in this playoff, the playoffs over the last few weeks, like a lot of turnovers. Look at Josh Allen, like unbelievable. The turnovers that he had. Caleb Williams, like some of them hadn't had turnovers the entire season, only to have 5 within one game. It was just crazy. And it was no elements. That's the thing. No snow, no rain, nothing you could blame it on, just horrible protection of the ball. And I'm going to say this. I really do want the Rams to lose this game for personal reasons. I will admit I am extremely petty. I probably would not have been as petty if I had not seen a clip that the Rams put out before they came to Carolina. I would have just been like, okay, we lost to the Rams. They're one of the best, teams in the league. But no, they put a video out about snatching hearts. So ever since I saw that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready for them to get their heart snatched. By the way,
I thought that was after.
shout out to my excuse me. Excuse me. Shout out to my friend Trina. She told me she knows one of the Rams players, and she has shared my podcast and my page with this player. This player is very, very active on the field. And so if you're watching this right now, sir, can't wait to have you on the show, but I'm going to stick by what I said. I do want you guys to lose because I'd rather see Seattle there, and then I want Seattle to lose. So it's kind of a step thing for me. But for this game,
who's the player?
I don't want to
do tell. You don't want to.
I don't want to say on air.
You don't want to say it on air.
I'll tell you guys in the
come back
chat
for you.
I'll tell you guys in the chat. But this person is very active. Like he's in almost every screen that they show of the Rams.
Is he a starter?
He is. That's why I said he's very active on the team. He's one of the key players on the team. I guess I may as well say it at this point, huh?
Yeah. Nope, don't do that. Yeah. Might be married.
He's not married.
Throw it out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's just a friend. Like, no.
Yeah.
So
okay, cool.
I'm just talking about
he's just a friend
of the show. I'm talking about of the show because I remembered after she told me she shared my page, she said that she felt like because I basically called that player's name and was like, I can't stand him and his sidekick. And so when I say it like that, you guys could probably, there's always these two players on the Rams that they show. They're on the defense. They always show them. Like they give them extra camera time. It's ridiculous. This player's number is number 0. And that's exactly what I hope he gets in this game. None other than Byron Young. So him and Verse together. They're always together. They're always in the frames together. Y'all roll up out of there. And I am looking forward to Seattle winning this game. For that reason, I do have a cousin that is actually signed to, I think it's Seattle. He just got signed with, but he's not a starter, not right now. So anyway, but at the end, I don't want anybody from the NFC to win it. If the Bears couldn't do it, I don't want it. And the Bears really were a backup plan because it was the lesser of 3 evils. But at the end of the day, I think Seattle will win this as long as we don't see the Carolina or the Jets Sam Darnold. I think if you see West Coast Sam Darnold, you're all squared away. It's going to be close because these guys are divisional rivals and they're going to play just like it. And they're going to remember that they split in the regular season and that this game is win or go home for real. And it's going to be amazing to watch 2 teams within the same division go at it for the top crown for the NFC for the season. So
and I know you're going to mention we're going to talk about the injuries to both sides, but just for a little, Charbonnet for Seattle is out because he's getting some knee surgery. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. But guess who his backup is? Well, guess who Walker's backup is? I should say that because Walker's the primary running back. It's Cam Akers. And where did Cam Akers play before?
He played with the Rams.
So There you go.
Revisionist history. You can actually run through the injury report for that specific game, B. That'll help me save my voice here a little bit. Let me drink some water.
Yeah, so Charbonnet is not going to play. Let's see. For Seattle, tackle Nite or Kite is not going to be available. He's out. He's doubtful. See who else. Charbonnet is out. Actually, everybody else is pretty much offensive lineman. Josh Jones is questionable, but He should play. Anybody that's questionable will play, basically. For the Rams, nobody there. Your boy Young is questionable, but he'll play. When they're questionable, he'll play.
He's knee soreness, and he was battling a sickness last week.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, both teams relatively come in there, besides their big play Charbonnet guy for Seattle. Everybody's coming there pretty healthy. Not too much going on with the injury report. So, every man for himself.
Yeah, they had some. I was looking at my list from Wednesday. There was a couple of other injuries that were to be up to date as of today or tomorrow. Basically, Sam Darnold still has some oblique issues. He was limited at the last practice that they had, but he said he was feeling good. Of course, he's going to play. And their safety, Quentin Lake, was out with an illness as well. You know, you guys know this illness is nothing but cold, flu-related type stuff, and they're going to show up and play at the end of the day as long as they're specified.
Sick on the day of the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'll get all kinds of fluids and stuff.
Yeah, and so when we get ready to flip over to the AFC side, the injury report before we get into who's going to actually play, last person was J.K. Dobbins, did participate limited, and so he's going to play or he's not?
He's not. He's out.
Oh wow, they were saying he did limited participation. They were trying to
they were trying to get him, but he's out. Yeah, they just ruled him out today.
Okay, what about the Patriots linebacker Harold Landry with the knee issue and Marte Mapu, the hip injury? Neither one of them practiced on yesterday. That goes to
Landry is out for Patriots. Mapu is questionable. He'll play. Anybody that's questionable in the playoff game, they're playing.
Yeah, okay.
Joe Skinner is definitely questionable.
Yeah, he's questionable, but he'll play. JL Skinner for the Broncos, he's questionable, but he'll play. Like I said, I don't count questionables as being out unless they are out at game time. Yeah. And usually they say game time decision anyway. And these guys they're just questionable right now. So everybody should be fine, except for Landry. Landry's a big one. Of course, Bo Nix is out, and Jason Stidham is playing.
They actually signed another backup behind Stidham too, a third stringer. Can't pronounce his name. He's on there. I never had heard of this guy before. All right, guys. So let me start with Fern then. Fern, this AFC game. I know you probably don't really have that much interest in it, but it's Denver. Sean Payton took this team to the playoffs, even though heartbreaking. We already skipped over this game, to be honest with you, after Bo Nix went down. But Denver and the Patriots are the number 2 seed, so they're having to travel to the Mile High Club out there. Do you think that will be at least a little helpful to Denver to have them travel out there, or probably not?
No. New England's gonna smack him in the mouth, and nothing more than watching Sean Payton, eat that loss that'll make my day, and I'm just preparing for it.
I think all of the Giants.
New England
levels of pettiness on this panel.
New England is the team to beat. Like I said, I don't like Sean Payton. I think he's a jerk. What he's done with Denver, I can't take away. But
now let me ask you though, Fern. Now, did you feel that way about Sean before he was involved with Russell Wilson? Like when he was in New Orleans, you've always disliked him?
Always disliked him. Always.
Think he's pretty pompous. He's a pompous person.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Off like that.
And can't wait to watch him walk off with that fake wad of gum in his mouth, and
which is probably tobacco. He's probably a dipper.
Probably is. He seems like that type of guy. Would you
think, Fern? Would you think that perhaps, even though we don't ever wish this on anybody, it was shocking? Would you perhaps even have, for a quick second, thought in your mind like, "Wow, karma for real"? Like no one even saw this injury. Like what the heck happened?
No, in all seriousness, no. I hate that for Bo Nix. You know,
Of course, we hate it
any
for
time an
him,
injury, yeah,
but
I
for
hate it for him.
Sean Payton's team to get all the way this far.
Yeah.
Look how he
To
treated
get that
Russell Wilson.
far. Yeah. Look at all the slide things, but no, Bo Nix is a hell of a player. I mean, what Denver did this year, and I could feel pretty sour what they did to us. We had a 3-touchdown, 3-score lead on them, and they came storming back. But I had to eat that. Yeah, I think Denver. I would have said Denver was the team to beat, but it would have been a better game if Bo Nix was playing. But New England is tough, man. I mean, Vrabel had those guys are playing both sides of the ball. They are elite in my opinion, and I don't see anybody beating them. Whoever comes out the NFC, that's the only team I think can really give that can truly beat the Rams. And I see New England and the Rams in the Super Bowl. I'm not worried about it. They play well on both sides of the ball. Vrabel got them coached up. It's just bad luck for the Broncos. They lost Knicks, right? I know Peyton says Stidham is could be a number one, but we haven't seen it. They don't have tape on him. That could go in their favor, right? But I think in that type of game, if it was a regular season game, then we're talking a different language. But the pressure that Stidham is going to feel, when he comes under helm, that first snap, and not an AFC playoff game, an AFC championship game. That's tough to throw a kid out there like that, who hasn't really played all year long. So again, I say New England is definitely they're not gonna win, they're gonna dominate. And they're going to the Super Bowl, and they're back. They're back. They're back.
Yeah, B.
They're back.
Let me get B in here on this.
Sure.
So yeah, I know a lot before I was calling him Jason Stidham. I call him Jason Stidham because it's close to Jason Statham, and I say that because he's going to have to be the mechanic on that team. Look at the reference. Anyway, so and Sam Ellinger is the backup, by the way. Sonia, that's
his name. Okay,
yeah, Ellinger. And this is bad.
Why did they just try to go get them a veteran from somewhere?
It's too late.
Too late.
Phillip Rivers.
Too late. Yeah, Phillip Rivers.
Oh, Joe Flacco. Somebody.
Joe Flacco.
Flacco is fine. He was
too late. They went and got this Ellinger dude.
Well, Flacco is still on the team, isn't he? He's still a part of Cincinnati, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he couldn't go anyway.
Somebody said they could get Cam Newton and then go beat with Cam Newton for vendetta back for the Broncos actually beating us. That would have really been kismet for real. Cam,
as long as he jumps on the fumble. Anyway,
as long as the game wasn't fixed, he would.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, they won't let Peyton
no
Manning.
games are fixed.
Peyton Manning lose a Super Bowl. Come on, man, no.
Oh my
goodness. What's your thoughts on this one?
Definitely not those that you have.
Come on.
New England, I do think New England showed me something when they played Houston. They matched their defense, Houston's intensity with that defense, yard for yard, basically. And hey, May showed me something else too. Yeah, he had 3 turnovers. Dude had 3 touchdowns too. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Now, I have them beating the Denver Broncos as well. I think even with Bo Nix playing, I just think New England is just the better team right now. I just think they're a better coach team. I like Sean Payton. Don't get me wrong. Sean Payton is a really good coach, but something about their offense does kind of not settle with me a lot. Denver's offense, that is. New England seems to be, as long as they can get their running backs together, they should be fine. As far as them going to the Super Bowl, that's for a whole nother show. But hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't underestimate Seattle with their defense, because if they can do what, and they got a better offense than Houston does. Houston could have beat them if they had a better offense. I'm just saying. But anyway, I got New England winning this one.
All right, James.
Yeah, I mean, speaking on A-Train was talking about Sean Payton. He hates him because Sean Payton was whipping that, what? He was giving them BTAs every time they met the Giants.
Everybody was BTA in the Giants this year. I don't even
Yes. The Giants pants went from gray to red from all that blood. Let me let me say, look, I agree with the latter part of A Train's take because and B's take because I just think that with Jarrett Stidham, he's had in his whole career 1,700 yards or 1,400 yards, excuse me, and 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and a 59% completion percentage. So this is not some guy that's just like some dude that has a lot of promise. He just seems like I hate the for better lack of better words. I mean, I would say a scrub. And I just think, and I hate to even use that, but I think he's a scrub, man. And I think he hadn't played a game since 2023. He hadn't played a game since 2023. Now you're going to come up here in an AFC championship. It's not since Roger Staubach in 1972 that a player's done that. And I'm not going to even compare him to Roger Staubach because that's a Hall of Famer that came in and took over and dominated as a player. Stidham, I mean, I would be surprised if they came in and won the game. Now, what I will say and what I disagree with A Train is that the Denver Broncos are going to get dominated. There's no way. That defense is the Orange Crush 2.0. They gave Josh Allen hell that whole game last year. I don't know what game you were watching, but they gave him hell. My man had 4 turnovers. Of all the 5 turnovers that he had 4 of them. And Josh Allen don't have turnovers in no playoff game.
Right.
So you got to give credit somewhere to that defense. So you can do that all you want. You might as well tuck your nose on, put your wig on, and start dancing and get a little clown action in there. Because that's exactly what's going on right now. That take was goofy and so and petty. So I think that Sean Payton, he's going to find a way to keep his team in the game, but I think it won't be enough because Stidham will be the wrong answer. Ellinger is definitely not, like B said, not better at all. So it's going to be a problem for them, but I think they're going to keep it close. I think the game's probably going to be 23-20. And like you said, well, I mean, if you got Patrick Surtain on Cortland Sutton, I don't see much of the other guys doing anything against that defense. I think they can hold him. They can hold him steady. The run game's not that great for the that's not true. I was going to say the run game's not great for the Broncos, but it's good, but it hadn't been great for the Patriots either. It hadn't been great. Stop. I mean, we know why you said.
And Dobbins being out is a big blow to that run game.
Yeah, Dobbins being out is a big blow.
Yeah,
Dobbins,
for sure.
Being out is a huge blow. He's one of the
best. But RJ Harvey's not bad though. He's not bad. But I mean, I'm just. I'm not giving Dobbins that much credit. Dobbins can't. Dobbins the best, but the best ability is availability, and he's always hurt. Always. Yeah, he's a dog, all right. He's a dog that's what they say about a hit dog hollers. That's him.
Yeah,
he literally gets hit.
Agree with all that.
And secretly,
what's up to my brother Marcus? Thank you for joining us always, Marcus. And yeah, Robbie, you heard it right, Stidham. So yeah, what were you saying, B? I'm sorry, I just wanted to get that in here.
Secretly, Fern really wants the New England Patriots to win because guess who the running back is for New England?
Trevion Henderson. We
Thank
know.
You about as transparent
right here. That's the petty king right there. So y'all be talking about me. All right, let me give y'all my take on this game. I really feel like before Bo Nix went out, they had a solid chance. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because Denver is literally the Orange Crush, like probably 1.5. I wouldn't even give them 2.0 because they're that good. They're very close to the 1.0 for real. And defense wins championships. And I'm just having revisionist history here. If y'all remember 10 years ago, it's been 10 years since Denver was in this same position. And it was when they faced Carolina in the Super Bowl 50. And everybody, I remember listening to all the shows on FX Sports. During that time, I was literally listening to sports so much, round the clock. I literally wasn't even watching regular shows. I literally listened to it at work. I had my headphones at work. I had it on in the car. I had it on at home. Like Dan Patrick, Rich Eisen, that's all I listened to all day, every day. The North show, all of them, and everybody on those shows literally skipped over Denver. They literally were just like, Carolina's undefeated. They only lost this one little meaningless game to Atlanta. Nobody's going to stop them. And somebody said, defense wins championships. I don't remember which era it was, but they said that. They were like, the Panthers are number one offense. They're like number two defense, but Denver is number one defense. Mm-hmm. So that 1-to-2 ratio makes a big difference. And I think that's where we are here. If Denver is that same parallel team on the defense that they were in 2015, the Patriots will be going home. They don't need voting. They wish him well. They want him to get better soon, but they can hold this team all the way down. We've seen games all the time where they're a bunch of field goals, just field goals. All they have to do is wear the offense down, force the turnovers. And let's be clear, Drake May is only in his second year. I'm not trying to rhyme. He is still a rookie. Now, he's excelled pretty quickly, but he's still a rookie. The Denver defense is filled with a combination of veterans and rookies. And so if they could force a vet like Josh Allen to make all these critical turnovers, they could definitely do the same thing to a second-year quarterback coming out of New England. I will say at the end of the day, even though originally once I saw Bo Nix was down, I didn't think about the defense. I felt like this might be 34-13 for a final with the Patriots running away with this game. But now that I'm thinking about it from a defensive standpoint, I do think it'll be closer. I don't know if I go with the 3 points or less closer. What's the spread on this one, B? Do you know what they're giving it?
3.5.
3.5. I'm gonna go with 5. I'm gonna say this thing comes down to a 6 or 7 point score differential. I think the Patriots will eke by this one, but it's only gonna be if Drake May's O-line literally stands in solidarity behind him, because one little fluke and it's a wrap. Sean Payton will be seeing everybody in the Super Bowl. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do believe that the AFC will win this Super Bowl no matter which team goes. I do believe that they can defeat either of the NFC teams that are there. And that's my thought on that. All right, guys. We only got a couple minutes left here. Let me just be real quick. Some NBA news here as we're just transitioning over, guys, as we are slowly moving on over to the NBA and MLB. Tonight's game, the Boston Celtics are still without Jason Tatum tonight against the Nets as he continues to still nurse this Achilles rehab. You know, he went down last year. They always say it's about 18 months recovery time, something like that. He hasn't even been for a year yet. So it's coming up on that here in the next couple of months. And then the Milwaukee Bucks face the Denver Nuggets. Giannis is expected to play, but the Nuggets are going to be without Jokic as he is battling a knee injury. You guys have thoughts on those two games?
Big news is, to me, Giannis is look like he's being closer and closer to getting a trade at some point, and maybe the Knicks or some team will take a gander at him. But I hate it for Giannis. I want him to be happy, man. My man was stuck with that team for a long time. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything that they can to put some decent pieces around him. Giannis is an awesome player, man, and better dude off the court too. So he deserves it. Being a good player.
Yeah, you guys see how they got Trae Young. The Trae Young era here in Atlanta was ended. That was like history almost. He wasn't even dressed out when they finally told him that he was leaving. So, I mean, it's kind of like the same thing with the NFL. Once you see Harbaugh go out, that's it. Oh, by the way, real quick, Phillip Rivers throwing his hat in the ring for the head coach position. There in Indianapolis?
No, Buffalo.
Excuse me, Buffalo. But I do want to say real quick, guys, before we hop off, a federal investigation is being opened into the passing of Jim Irsay, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts. Apparently, his doctor and some pain medication, those type of correlations, they are opening an investigation into his passing. So stay tuned for that. MLB roster moves. LA Angels have agreed to bring back 3B Yolan Makata for a 1-year, $4 million deal. He's expected to be their primary starter at third base for 2026. And tonight at 8 o'clock, you guys probably watched it, maybe still ongoing, the MLB Top 100 Prospects for the 2026 season has been unveiled. With all that, guys, that's all we have for tonight. Of course, BJ Train will join you guys in the morning with Jack Hirsch for the Saturday morning debate show. And Sunday morning, they're flexing to 1 hour. The Sunday morning big football show will be kicking off for your AFC NFC championship game. Fern, thanks for always joining us. We know you're going to be back with us. You are one of the fellas. Myself, J Train P. We wish you guys a good night.
Consistency, man. Consistency.
Call us Ronald and the Fellas. Ronald and the Fellas.
No. And we're out, guys.
Fern and the Clown Show.
No.